And good morning, everyone. Before I start, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land in which we meet, the Whadjuk people of the proud Noongar Nation, and give thanks for sharing this country, and I pay my respects to elders past and present. Can I also thank Vaughan for your welcome to country, and can I also say I'm delighted to be welcomed by the didgeridoo by the Deputy Mayor of the City of Kwinana this morning as well. What a true honour it is to be here with close friends, families and colleagues on this very special occasion. Today, we are swearing in a new government with the experience to lead in these globally uncertain times. This is a new government that will tackle every challenge with determination. A new government that will pursue every opportunity with energy and excitement. The cohort of ministers and parliamentary secretaries sworn in today will serve in Western Australia's 42nd parliament. WA is ancient country, but our parliamentary history is relatively short. It's therefore an enormous privilege to be among the very few to be appointed to these senior roles. Congratulations to each of you on your appointments. Less than 2 years ago, I stood here to be sworn in as the Premier of Western Australia. And what I said then still applies today. That it's the honour of a lifetime to be the Premier of Western Australia. And that it's more than a job. It's a life undertaking, a responsibility and a privilege. And it's a role that I'll conduct with gratitude, care and respect every day I serve. There are some new and returning members among those sworn in today. The scale of the responsibility you've been bestowed with should not be understated. It's a responsibility that should always be carried out with the utmost dedication and integrity. And today, you have sworn and affirmed that you will faithfully serve this government and the people of this state. And just as I said 2 years ago, always listen, be humble, be creative and be constructive. Governing is not always going to be easy. Important decisions won't always please everyone. But one thing I know for sure is that as a team, we will achieve incredible things together. Our unity has taken us this far. It's been a common thread of the WA Labor team that I've been proudly part of for nearly 2 decades. While the team has changed and evolved, unity has remained at our core. And it should never be taken for granted. From this foundation, we have delivered sensible, stable government focused on strong financial management. We've relentlessly pursued the creation of jobs and the delivery of infrastructure and services people need. And the WA community has put its trust in our WA Labor team once again. That is truly humbling, and we do not take this trust for granted. We will work to repay this trust every single day. As I have said previously, the global inflationary crisis was not of our government's making, but we will continue to provide cost of living relief where we can. Things like our household battery program, our second round of student assistance payments, expanding free TAFE, cheaper fares for public transport in Perth and in our regions. But our vision goes further than this. We will work every day to ensure WA's economy remains the strongest in the nation, and that there is no better place in the world to get a quality job. By backing our resources industry, diversifying our economy for the future and making more things here, we will never stop working towards ensuring every Western Australian has a home, that we live in the healthiest state in Australia, and that no matter where you live, in our suburbs, in our regions and towns or our remote communities, all Western Australians have access to local job opportunities as well as the infrastructure and services that we need. The portfolios allocated today reflect this vision, and they align with further changes to the operation of government, which we'll announce in the weeks ahead. As Premier, I will continue to work closely with our resources sector as Minister for State Development. But in these globally uncertain times, my energies will also be directed towards making the WA economy more resilient as Minister for Economic Diversification and Minister for Trade and Investment. Both portfolios include a focus on establishing WA as a renewable energy powerhouse and helping our trading partners to decarbonise. As Minister for Energy and Decarbonisation, Minister Sanderson will drive our government's commitment to exit coal-fired power generation while ensuring secure and affordable energy for all Western Australians. And as both Manufacturing Minister and Minister for Skills and TAFE, Minister Sanderson will also champion our government's vision for a future that is made in WA. As Minister for Health Infrastructure, Minister Carey will drive the delivery of new capacity in our health system. This includes the new Women's and Babies Hospital, ED upgrades at Royal Perth, Midland and Osborne Park, and our regional hospital commitments. This will ensure our Minister for Health, Minister Hammett, to drive continuing improvement in the effectiveness and efficiency of our health services. The portfolios of mental health and preventative health will seek to improve the well-being of Western Australians and reduce demand on our hospitals over the long term. With our aged care portfolio designed to work with the Commonwealth to deliver more aged care places and free up beds in our hospitals. Minister Carey will continue the excellent work he has been doing in housing, but the creation of the new Housing and Works portfolio signals a new approach to building by government that we will have more to say about soon. Today, we have introduced a dedicated minister for each of our regions, with their primary responsibility to ensure that our regional communities have access to local job opportunities, as well as the services and the infrastructure they need. Lastly, we have created the portfolio of climate resilience alongside the portfolios of water and Aboriginal affairs. This will enable Minister Punch to identify opportunities for us to draw upon the skills and experience of First Nations Western Australians to deal with the increasing impacts of climate change across our state. Before closing, I'd like to thank everyone who has helped us get here. Our staff, our campaign volunteers, our branches and our unions. But most of all, I'd like to thank our families. Nobody can be effective in public life without the support of the people around them. These jobs ask a lot of our families and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you for everything that you do and everything that you give. Finally, thank you to the people of the Western Australian community. We are fortunate to live in the best place on earth. But our success isn't down to luck alone. It's due to the hard work of all Western Australians. Team WA. We achieve so much more when we work together than when we do alone. Today, I am proud to present my WA Labor team, a team that will never take the trust of the WA community for granted, that will work hard every day to repay that trust. Congratulations to everyone that was sworn in today. And now, let's get back to work.